Afternoon all. In this video lesson, we are going to discuss mainly regarding the extension of range of meters and voltmeters. So in that, we are mainly focus on the problems on extension of range of meters. So in the previous class, we have discussed how to extend the range of given PMMC type meter, and we have also discussed regarding how to extend the range of voltmeter. And based on the derivations, we have concluded that by using one shunt, we are extending the range of ammeter, and by using one multiplier, we are extending the range of the voltmeter. And in this today's video class, we are mainly going to discuss regarding the problems on extension of range of meters. So in the previous class, we have learned that by using shunt, we are extending the range of a meter, and by using one multiplier in series with the basic meter, we are extending the range of the voltmeter. Today's class, we are solving simple problems on shunts and multipliers, and we are going to calculate the required values of these shunts and multipliers to extend the range of the meters and voltmeters. After completing these problems, we are going to discuss regarding the construction and working of dynamometer type wattmeter. So it is an instrument which is used to measure the power. How it is constructing, what are the parts existing in this, we are going to discuss. You can measure different currents with a single ammeter with the help of shunt, multiplier, auto transformer, rheostat. So we can extend the range of ammeter by using shunt. So option A, shunt. We can measure the different voltages with a single voltmeter with the help of a shunt, multiplier, auto transformer, rheostat. So by using multiplier, we can extend the range of the voltmeter. Shunt is used to extend the range of ammeter, and the multiplication factor of shunt M is equal to I by Im, where I is the current which we need to measure, and Im is the current which is flowing through the meter. Meter current Im, capital I is the current which we need to measure, which is flowing through the meter. Shunt resistance RSH equal to Rm by M minus 1, where RSH is the shunt resistance, Rm is the meter resistance, M is the multiplication factor. Multiplier is a high resistance connected in series with the voltmeter to extend its range. And to extend the range of voltmeter, we are using a resistance called multiplier. Multiplier resistance will be equal to M minus 1 into Rm, where Rs is the multiplier resistance and M is the multiplying factor of the multiplier. Rm is the meter resistance. So we have learned that the shunt resistance will be given as RSH equal to Rm by M minus 1, and the multiplier resistance will be given as RSC equal to Rm into M minus 1. Please you remember these formulas, and we will solve some problems on this extension of range of meters. This problem: a moving coil meter has 2 ohm resistance, gives full scale deflection when a current of 50 milliamperes flows through it. Calculate the extra resistance that must be connected in series with it can be used for measuring 500 volts. Okay, actually a meter, moving coil meter, has a resistance of 2 ohms, and full scale deflection it is giving when the current flowing through the meter is 50 milliamperes. 50 milliamperes. Okay, so voltage across meter will be 50 milliamperes into 2 ohms, so it will be 0.1 volts, and that meter they are using to measure the supply voltage of 500 volts. So this is the connection diagram. Please all of you note down this connection diagram, very important, these problems. Supply voltage 500 volts, series resistance Rs, Im is the meter current which is 50 milliamperes, and Rm is the meter resistance 2 ohms. So given data, meter resistance is Rm 2 ohms, full scale deflection current Im is equal to 50 milliamperes, and this is the equivalent circuit just now we have drawn, and we need to measure the voltage is 500 volts. Now we need to find out the series resistance, the value of this Rs we need to find out. And the multiplier resistance Rs equal to V by Im minus Rm. So we need to measure 500 volts. The current Im is 0.05. From that Rs will be given as 998.0, 9998 ohms. Like this we need to solve problems, or we can solve Rs as Rm into m minus 1, where m is equal to capital V by small v. And Rs is equal to 2 ohms. Okay, with this also we can solve. Similarly, we'll get the answer series resistance. But you note down, these problems are very important. Problems on extension of range of meters. Problems on shunts and multipliers. Okay, next problem. A moving coil instrument has 1 ohm resistance, gives full scale deflection when a current of 100 milliamperes flows through it. If a resistance of 9999 ohms is connected in series with the moving coil, up to what voltage can the instrument will measure? So in this problem they have given the meter, and the meter current rating is 100 milliamperes, and the meter resistance is 1 ohm. They are connecting a series resistance of 9999 ohms. So in that case, what will be the range of voltage range of meter which can be measured by using this instrument. So according to given data, meter resistance Rm is equal to 1 ohm and the full scale deflection of current Im is equal to 100 milliamperes. So that is equal to 0.1 amperes, and multiplier resistance RSC is equal to 9999 ohms. So this is the equivalent circuit diagram, and the voltage to be measured is V nu. V nu is equal to Im into RSC plus Rm of Im, so which is equal to 0.1 into 9999 plus 1. So it will be given as 1000 volts. So we can increase the range to 1000 volts. So by using this meter we can measure the voltage of 1000 volts. So repeat, they have given the meter range of 0.1 amperes and meter resistance as 1 ohm. For this meter they are connecting a series resistance to increase the voltage range of the existing basic meter. So they have connected a resistance of how much? 9999 ohms connected. After connecting, what will be the range of this extended range of voltmeter? So this range we need to find out. To find out that extended range, the formula is new voltage range is equal to, so current flowing through the circuit will be Im and total resistance in the circuit will be RSC plus Rm, Rm plus RSC. So this total resistance into current flowing. Then the new voltage will be 0.1 into 9999 plus 1. So then the new voltage to be measured, extended range will be the multiplication of these two, that will be 1000 volts. 1000 volts. Okay, note down, very important, these problems on shunts and multipliers. Next problem, a moving coil instrument gives a full scale deflection of current 20 milliamperes with a potential difference 200 millivolts across it. Calculate the shunt required to use it an ammeter to get a range of 0 to 200 amperes. Case 2, the multiplier required to use it an voltmeter in the range of 0 to 500 volts. In this case, they have given the meter current range 20 milliamperes and it can able to measure a voltage of 200 millivolts. This meter they are using to they are extending the range in first case to 200 amperes. For that they are connecting a shunt resistance across the meter. Okay, and we need to calculate the RSH. RSH will be equal to Rm by minus 1. So with that we need to find out. In the second case we need to find out, they are using the same meter as voltmeter and they are measuring a voltage of 500 volts. 500 volts. In that case we need to find out the resistance of multiplier. Okay, So from this, first of all we need to write the given data, then we will go for solution. So in this, the meter current rating will be 20 milliamperes. So it can be written as 1 milli is equal to 10 power minus 3. 20 into 10 power minus 3 will be given as 0.02 amperes. And voltage drop across the meter is Vm is equal to 200 millivolts. So it will be given as 0.2 volts. And meter resistance will be given as Rm is equal to Vm by Im. Rm is equal to, it will be calculated as 0.2 volts by current rating. So it will be 0.02. So meter resistance will be calculated as 10 ohms. And we need to calculate the shunt resistance. Shunt resistance will be given as RSH equal to Im Rm by I minus Im. So Im is the meter current, Rm is the meter resistance, I minus Im. So load current is 200 amperes and meter current is 0.02. From that we can calculate as RSH is 0.001 ohms. From this we can get one observation as Rm will be 10 ohms and RSH will be 0.001 ohms. That means to extend the range of current, we are adding a resistance and the value of resistance will be less than meter resistance, and that resistance will be connected in parallel. That's why it is called shunt. The resistance will be connected in parallel. And the value of shunt resistance will be always lesser than meter resistance. And the multiplier required for voltmeter. Voltage to be measured, V is equal to 500 volts. And multiplier resistance, RSC equal to V by Im minus Rm. So that will be given as 500 by 0.02 minus Rm. Rm is 10 ohms. So V is 500 volts. Im is 0.02 amperes. From this we will calculate the multiplier resistance RSC as 24.99 kilo ohms. All of you note down these. And from this we will get another observation as the multiplier resistance will be always more than the meter resistance. To extend the range of the meter, we are adding in series a multiplier, and this multiplier resistance will be more than the meter resistance. Okay, we will solve another problem. A moving coil instrument has a resistance of 10 ohms and gives full scale deflection when carrying a current of 50 milliamperes. Show how it can be adapted to measure to voltage up to 750 volts, current up to 100 amperes. So similar. So with this we can get some clarity. They have given the meter resistance as 10 ohms and current rating of meter as 50 milliamperes, and they are using the meter to measure a current up to 100 amperes. So to increase the current rating, we need to add a shunt, and definitely after calculating the shunt resistance, almost the resistance of that shunt will be lesser than 10 ohms. First case, and the second case is they are adding a multiplier to increase the voltage rating. So actually, what will be the voltage rating of meter? Im Rm. So Im is 50 milliamperes and Rm is 10 ohms. What will be the range? Im into Rm. 50 milli into 10 power minus 3 into 10 ohms. So it will be 50 into 10 power minus 2. So it will be 0.5 volts. 0.5 volts. And they are extending the range up to 750 volts. So to increase up to 750 volts, we have to connect a multiplier, that is series resistance. The value will be definitely more than 10 ohms. Okay. So in this case, we need to find out the shunt resistance and multiplier resistance. Please you try to solve this problem, all of you. First you write the given data, then the formulas for RSH and RSE. Then you try to solve for RSH and RSE. Okay, so in this given data is meter current 50 milliamperes, meter resistance is 10 ohms. First case, they are extending the meter to 750 volts. 750 volts. To extend the range up to 750 volts, they are connecting resistance in series with the meter resistance. To find out the series resistance, the formula is RSC equal to V by Im minus Rm, where V is the increased voltage, Im is the meter current, Rm is the meter resistance. Okay, so we know the things. Required voltage is 750 volts. The meter current Im is 50 milliamperes, and this meter resistance is 10 ohms. By this, we can calculate RSC as 14,990 ohms. If any one of you not solved, please make a note. These problems are very important. And always remember, to increase the voltage range, we need to connect a resistance in series with the meter, and this series resistance value will be more than the meter resistance always. Always series resistance value is more than the meter resistance. Okay. Series resistance value is more than the meter resistance. What is RSC? 14,990 ohms. Okay. Now we will solve for RSH. So here meter resistance is 10 ohms. Meter current range is 50 milliamperes. So they are extending this current rating to 100 amperes. For that, they are adding a shunt resistance. Shunt resistance. We need to find out this RSH. Okay. And the current which is flowing through shunt branch will be ISH will be equal to I minus Im. So if we apply KCL at this point, this ISH will be equal to I minus Im. So 100 minus 50 milliamperes, it will be given as 99.95 amperes. And in parallel circuit, voltage will be same. So this voltage will be equal to voltage across this meter. Meter voltage will be Rm into Im equal to ISH into RSH, where ISH is 99.95 amperes. So from that we will get shunt resistance RSH as Im Rm by Is. So 0.05 into 10 by 99.9. So this is RSH. And we can observe that the RSH value will be always less than meter resistance. And simply you can calculate as RSH equal to Rm by M minus 1, where M is equal to 100 by 50 milliamperes. 100 amperes by 50 milliamperes. Rm is equal to 10 ohms. With that also we can get. Okay. Shunt resistance is calculated as 0.005 ohms. Let me note down if any one of you not solve this. These problems are very important for competitive and board examination point of view. Let us solve simple quiz on these multipliers and shunts. The series multiplier resistance is high resistance, low resistance, equal to meter resistance, none. So definitely the series multiplier resistance will be higher. Option A, high resistance. And try to solve these problems. In examinations, they have asked problems on shunts and multipliers like calculate the shunt required to extend the range of moving coil ammeter, which takes 20 milliamperes to measure 20 amperes. The resistance of coil is 0.075 ohms. Okay, so here they are given the meter ratings as 20 milliamperes and 0.075 ohms. And they are using the same meter to measure a current of 20 amperes. So in this case, we need to find out the shunt resistance. Shunt resistance. Okay, please note down this problem and try to solve. So as we are increasing current rating, definitely that resistance value should be less than 0.075 ohms. Okay. Another problem. A moving coil voltmeter has a resistance of 20 ohms and takes a current of 100 milliamperes for full scale deflection. Calculate the value of resistance to be added in series with voltmeter to measure the voltage of 500 volts. Okay. So actually the meter range is IMRN, that is 100 milli into 20 ohms. So it will be 2 volts. So meter voltage range is 2 volts, that is extended to 500 volts by adding a series resistance. Now we need to find out the value of this series resistance. RSC, we need to find out RSC equal to RM into M minus 1, where Rm is equal to 20 ohms and the multiplying factor is M is equal to capital V by small v, 500 volts by 2 volts. Okay, so it will be 250, and with this we can calculate as RSC equal to 20 into 250 minus 1, 20 into 249. So you will get the value of RSC, which is more than definitely 20 ohms. Try to solve these problems as homework. So in first case we are finding shunt resistance. For second problem we are finding multiplier resistance. These problems are very important. This type of problems are very important for examinations matter. So whenever we are solving these problems on competitive, just you try to draw the connection diagram and you substitute the formula, whether it is shunt or multiplier. Okay, so if it is shunt, directly write RSH equal to, so in that formula you substitute RM 20 milliamperes, sorry 0.075 ohms RM by M minus 1. What is M? 20 by 20 milli. So it will be 1000 minus 1. Okay, like that you substitute and get the value. Okay, directly substitute by drawing connection diagram and simple substitutions in competitive examinations point of view. So as far as SBTD is concerned, you have to write the given data and the formula required. Then you do solution. Finally, you get the result. And after getting result, you compare. Always shunt resistance value should be generally less than the meter resistance. And if it is extending voltage range, so in that case, multiplier resistance will be more than the meter resistance. Okay, I'll have you note down these problems. Next problem, sir. A moving coil instrument has resistance of 8 ohms and takes a current of 30 milliamperes at a full scale deflection. If the instrument is used to measure 250 volts, 300 volts, 500 volts, calculate the multiplier values. Similar case, first case if it is used to 250 volts, calculate RSE. Second case, if it is used to 300 volts, calculate RSE. If it is used to 500 volts, calculate RSE. Okay. Next one is a moving coil instrument has a resistance of 0.5 ohms and takes 50 milliamperes at full scale deflection. Calculate the resistance to be added to extend the instrument as ammeter for a range of 250 amperes. Okay. So meter resistance is 5.5 ohms. Current rating is 50 milliamperes, and in this case the voltage rating of meter will be 50 milliamperes into 0.5, so it will be 25 millivolts. 25 millivolts, and the current rating is 50 milliamperes. So this meter they are extending to 250 amperes. Okay, so calculate RSH. RSH equal to RM by M minus 1. Okay, try to solve these problems at your free time. Then we will switch over to dynamometer type wattmeter. Okay, so in the first we have discussed regarding ammeters, and so in that ammeters and voltmeters, in that we have mainly discussed regarding the measurement by using for direct quantities by using PMMC meter. Permanent magnet moving coil type meters we have discussed. Then we switched over to moving iron type instruments. In moving iron type instrument, we are measuring generally alternating current type values. Not only that, we can measure both AC and DC quantities. Now, by using those two meters, we can measure the current and voltage. To measure power, we are using wattmeter. Now, in this class, we are going to discuss the electrodynamometer type wattmeter. So, it mainly consisting of two coils, one current coil and potential coil. Actually, this current coil is divided into two halves. So, this is first half of current coil, this is second half of current coil, and this one is the moving coil. L1 is moving coil, and for this a pointer is attached. And this current coil is connected in series with the circuit, and this potential coil is connected in parallel with the circuit. Okay, and this potential carries current which is proportional to the voltage applied across the current circuit. This current coil will be having thicker turns and less number of turns. These turns will be connected in series with the load. And this current coil carries a current which is proportional to the load current. So with the interaction of currents produced by the current coil and potential coil, with the interaction of fluxes produced by these currents, the moving coil will deflect. So according to the deflection, the pointer will move on the scale and it indicates the reading of the dynamometer type wattmeter. So generally in laboratories we'll see the wattmeter as like this. So it will be having different power ranges, current ranges. So different voltage ranges will be available and different current ranges will be available. We are selecting suitable range of current and voltages. Construction of electrodynamometer type wattmeter. Construction of dynamometer type wattmeter is same as that of dynamometer type instrument. The fixed coil is connected in series with the load, and this coil carries the load current. The moving coil is connected across the load, and this moving coil carries a current which is proportional to the voltage applied across the load. Just now we discussed. Now, due to the fluxes produced by fixed and moving coils, a torque is produced on the moving coil. As a result, the pointer moves on the scale and it represents the strength of the power consumed by the load. So this is how we are measuring the power. TD is directly proportional to current flowing through current coil and potential coil. So I1, I2. And the power factor between those two. So I1, I2 cos theta, and the torque produced will be directly proportional to deflecting torque. TD is equal to I1 is the load current and I2 is directly proportional to applied voltage. So V I1 cos theta. Therefore, the power measured by the circuit will be given as V I1 cos theta. So in case of DC circuits, the power measured will be given as V into I1, where cos phi is equal to 1. So deflecting torque is directly proportional to load power, and if generally the instrument will be spring controlled, the controlling torque produced will be Tc is directly proportional to theta, and at final deflection position TD is equal to TC. That means the load power is directly proportional to theta. And the scale of this dynamometer type wattmeter is uniform because the deflection is proportional to the average load power. There will be different errors which may present in the dynamometer type. Those are frictional error, temperature error, error due to stray magnetic field, frequency error, and error due to eddy currents, and error due to inductance and capacitance in the pressure coil. So when this is used as the wattmeter, mainly as like moving iron instrument, friction error, temperature error, frequency error, and error due to stray magnetic fields and eddy currents. So these are the different errors which may present in the meters. Coming to advantages of this dynamometer type instrument, this can be used to measure both the DC as well as AC. These instruments can be used as calibration meters. When used in AC circuits, these are free from hysteresis error, and ammeters up to 10 amperes, and voltmeters up to 600 volts can be constructed with accuracy by using this dynamometer type instruments. Okay. Coming to disadvantages, they are more expensive than PMMC type instruments, and the scale of dynamometer type ammeter and voltmeter are non-uniform. Low torque to weight ratio gives increased frictional errors. These are the main disadvantages of these dynamometer type instruments. First of all, we have discussed in this class regarding the extension of range of meters by using shunts and multipliers. Then we have discussed regarding the construction and working of dynamometer type instruments, dynamometer type wattmeter. Okay. We will attempt a small quiz on this. Dynamometer type wattmeter are used for, will be used for both AC and DC. Option C, AC and DC. Fixed coils and moving coils of a dynamometer type wattmeter are connected in series and parallel. So actually the fixed coil is connected in series and moving coil is connected in parallel. Moving coil permanent magnet instrument can be used as dash by using low resistance shunt. So when we are connecting shunt, we are using it as an ammeter. So option 1. The function of shunt in an ammeter is to bypass the current. Option 1, it is bypassing the current so that the meter range will be extended, current range. So in this frequently asked question, explain the construction and working of dynamometer type wattmeter with a neat sketch. So in this class we have mainly discussed regarding the problems on extension of range of meters and working of construction and working of dynamometer type instrument. So in this, if you have any doubts, you can ask, or you can put as a comment in the comment section, so that we will discuss in the next video lesson. Thank you all of you for your patient listening throughout the video lesson.